This is going to be controversial, and the reason why is because the best way to do carnivore is all the way. If you do it halfway, you're going to get half of the results. You might be struggling with parts of carnivore and you'll just be like, this isn't even working. Carnivore didn't work for me. And you're not allowed to say carnivore didn't work for you if you don't do it full on. There's a reason why we take out all the things. Look back at the last post I did. I talked about all the inflammatory foods that carnivore removes, and there's a reason for it. A lot of us have to heal. We have a lot of gut healing to do, or if you have an autoimmune disorder or any sort of food sensitivities, there's a lot to heal. Hormone disruptions, metabolic dysfunction, there's a lot to heal on carnivore, and I do recommend that you do it full on. So I encourage you to think about the fact that you probably can not use sauce and you're going to be okay. You can adjust that. When you start carnivore with crutches, you keep the crutches in. So just kind of imagine that. But what I do recommend is if you are somebody that just really wants to dip, you really want the flavor, you want different flavor profiles, you just want to dip your meat. Go ahead and use like a melted butter with seasonings. You could do like a Flavor God seasoning on Amazon. It has buttermilk, dill, maybe a couple other spices, but no added sugar. So you can kind of try that. You can add just like a little bit of garlic powder. But I mean, dipping with butter is so carnivore. It's great. You can use mustard. I think that's super benign. I use it too. I really love a good crispy on the outside ribeye that I dip mustard in. I just love it. So you could do that. And I would just avoid having very heavy sauces, especially and even if they are low sugar or sugar substitute, because that can still mess with your gut lining and you still might be taking in inflammatory foods. And why not, if you're doing all the work on this, do it the whole way. So I would avoid actual sauces, but I would do some melted butter with some herbs, maybe some mustard. And then one other thing that I thought of is that if you want to use a little bit of dairy from the start and you're not going to overuse it, a lot of people have trouble with dairy and don't lose fat on carnivore because they're eating too much dairy. It's spiking your insulin. And so just be careful on this, but you could have like a high fat yogurt or a high fat blended cottage cheese and dip your meals in that. So hopefully that gives you a couple suggestions for what you can do in using sauces, but I'd really encourage you to imagine a world where you don't need food crutches in order to enjoy your meals. So just kind of challenge that a little bit if you would, but hopefully this helps.